Very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking your time and joining this webinar. I'm Vignesh, your host for today. I'm a product expert and a marketer at Zoho TeamInbox. And my colleague Praveen Raj, who's also a product expert, is also with me. So both of us will be helping you with queries. So please feel free to post any doubts that you might have. You can keep on adding your questions in the questions section of Zoho Showtime, and we'll answer them at the end of the webinar for you, where we'll be having a dedicated Q&A session. You can also post your comments in the chat. And so with that, let me just quickly jump into the webinar. All right. I'll first start with the agenda for today's webinar. Firstly, I'll talk about how important emails and group emails are in businesses today, but how they don't help much with collaboration. Then, I'll explain the concept of shared inboxes and why your organization should be using a shared inbox tool. I'll then show you how a shared inbox platform like Zoho TeamInbox can do wonders for your team. Finally, we'll wrap it up by giving you a demo of how you can create your teams and set up your inboxes in Zoho TeamInbox. To begin with, let me talk about the significance of emails in the modern world. From the time when emails were invented, they have remained the most desired mode of communication for both personal as well as business purposes. Over the period of time, with the introduction of group emails or distribution lists, emails from being a mode for one-to-one communication have evolved to being a mode to communicate with a group of people. This graph here on the right shows the number of emails sent and received in a particular year, and the number is projected to keep on increasing in the years to come. To give you more proof as to how emails are still ruling the business communication space, this stat by Adobe reveals that employees spend on average 3.1 hours a day on work emails. Such is the significance of emails in businesses, making it impossible to be removed from our professional lives. And we tend to spend more time on group emails in particular because it involves a lot of people. Yet, we cannot be ignorant to what emails, especially group emails or distribution lists, don't offer. Group emails are not all that effective if you have to collaborate with a group of people. Let's say I belong to a group and a group receives an email. Now, if I decide to reply to the email, I should remember to CC the group so every group member knows that a reply is made. But if I miss out to CC, no one else will know that a reply was made, and there are chances that any of my colleagues might reply again to the same email. Secondly, if I want to collaborate over a specific email with my teammate, or if I require their advice or feedback, I should either be sending emails back and forth or take the entire conversation to another application. Doing this might lead to losing context of the discussion at hand. Another problem is group emails often involve a to-do list. So when I receive tasks in my group emails, there's no way I can delegate them to my teammates, or if I decide to take up any task myself, there are chances that my teammates might not be aware of it. Because of this, there's no transparency among my teammates as to who is doing which task, and as I said earlier, there are chances two or more people might start working on the same task, resulting in duplication of work. Finally, the biggest issue that I myself have faced the most with this constant forwarding and CCing is multiple disconnected threads of communication. I sometimes don't know where what started and where what ended. This clutters my inbox and I tend to lose focus on what's important. I'm sure that most of you here would have faced similar hiccups. So, what alternate do businesses have for effective communication and collaboration? That's where shared inboxes come to the rescue. I'll now quickly jump to defining what a shared inbox is and detail you on how they can solve these problems. With organizational dynamics evolving, the need for emails to evolve has also come. With little tweaks, emails could wonderfully meet the workplace demands, and that exactly is a shared inbox. A shared inbox is a common inbox which multiple people on a team can access, send, and receive emails at the same time from each of their own accounts. It is different from a traditional email group in a way that, in an email group, when an email is sent to a group address, it is received in the individual addresses of every member. Whereas in a shared inbox, when an email is sent to a group email address, it is received in a single inbox to which every member of the group has access to. Each member can log in using their own credentials and access the inbox without having to share the credentials as it was done traditionally. This also ensures security and privacy. So why shared inboxes? With shared inboxes, you can have a common, unified inbox for your entire team. You no longer have to CC or forward the emails to your teammates since they will already be having access to the common emails. Your collaboration with the team also becomes smooth. You don't have to switch apps to chat with your team. Switching applications often drives away the context. Team discussions and getting peer help and reviews become effortless with shared inboxes. Chat contextually and get team suggestions to make faster and precise replies. Also, delegate emails to members so everyone knows their responsibilities and the team will know who has taken up which task. This way, no email will be left unattended and there will be no work duplication. Getting a clear overview of what's happening makes your team space transparent. Share emails and drafts with peers and collaborate over them effortlessly. This transparency also ensures easy access to information and you don't have to chase your coworkers for details. Finally, you can properly categorize your threads and have a clutter-free inbox, eventually reaching inbox zero. Now that we know what a shared inbox is, let me talk a bit about our very own shared inbox platform, Zoho TeamInbox. Zoho TeamInbox is a shared inbox tool where teams can collaborate together, send and receive emails. It's a platform where you can create common inboxes for your teams and give them the comfort of working in a transparent workspace. Teams can create shared inboxes for their group addresses. These shared inboxes are structured to enhance transparency in teams. However, only the admins will have the power to decide who can view or access the emails. Sharing emails becomes easier and everything is visible to everyone in the team. This transparency and visibility ensures that no work is duplicated and also that no email is slipped through the crack. Every team member can view every activity happening in the organization. From replying to archiving, every action is recorded in the activity log with a proper timeline. Zoho TeamInbox offers you a real-time collaboration experience, allowing you to bring in your team members to your threads and clarifying your doubts when in need of any assistance. Finally, since you're finishing your tasks regularly and keeping your inbox clean, it improves your overall productivity by a significant level. So what all can you do with Zoho TeamInbox? TeamInbox offers you a bunch of useful and intuitive inbox-friendly features. As and when a new conversation starts, you can assign or delegate the thread to the person who is responsible for it. This ensures that no message is ignored and it will also help everyone in the team know who is working on what. You can organize your threads based on topics effectively using different names and color codes. You can automate your actions that you might perform repeatedly. Just define the workflow, automate it, and the tool will do the work for you. You can pre-compose and save email templates that your entire team can use while responding to queries. You can compose an email and share it with the members in your organization to get it reviewed. Also, when you're stuck upon something, you can conduct internal discussions within your team right inside Zoho TeamInbox without having to move to an external application. And finally, maintain a clean inbox. Focus on the tasks of priority, eliminate the clutter, and boost your overall productivity. Now that we have seen why Zoho TeamInbox is so powerful, before getting into the demo part, let me explain you the basic hierarchy or the structure of every Zoho TeamInbox account. The structure of Zoho TeamInbox is made up of three parts: organization, team, and inbox. Organization is pretty explanatory. Here, I have given an example of an organization named Zilker. Under an organization, you will have various teams. The purpose of a team is to put people of different roles under a specific category. For example, under Zilker, we have teams like marketing and finance. Under teams, you will have various inboxes. We have inboxes like digital content and branding under the marketing team, and inboxes like payroll, purchase, and info under the finance team. This is how we structure our organization in Zoho TeamInbox. Note that this is not the only way to structure your organization. You can choose to do it according to your preference. So I hope you got a basic idea of the general structure or the hierarchy of Zoho TeamInbox. With this, let's proceed with the demo of how we can set up teams and inboxes in your Zoho TeamInbox account. Let me just stop sharing my screen. And share it again. All right, so welcome to the demo part. So just enter zoho.com/teaminbox in your URL and it leads you to Zoho TeamInbox's homepage. And fill in your details here on the right side to sign up if you're a new user. And since I've already created an account for the purpose of this demo, I just click sign in here and it will take me to my sign in page. I'll enter my email address here. I'll also enter my password and it takes me to the onboarding stage. So this is the stage where I need to enter the name of my organization, and I'll enter my organization's name as Zilker and proceed with it. The next step is to add members to my organization. So I'll just add a couple of people here. I'll add Rebecca, and I'll also add Ken. All right, after adding them, I'll send them an invite. So once they accept the invite, they'll be a part of my organization. I can also choose to skip this step here and do it later from the settings. However, I did it here, so it just goes inside and I finally successfully created my organization now. So this is how the user interface of Zoho TeamInbox looks like. By default, there's a demo team and there's a demo inbox that's created that you can see here in the left pane. I also have a few emails here that talks about some of the basic things that you can do with Zoho TeamInbox. Feel free to use these options at the top of every thread here and play around with them. All right, now since my organization is ready, I'll go about creating my teams and inboxes. So for Zilker, I'll get started by creating a team. I click the plus icon here and click on create team. So teams basically let you group people based on the various departments that they belong to. So I want to create a team for my organization. I'll just create Zilker Marketing. And I can choose to enter a description here if I want. It's completely optional. And I'll just click on next. All right. So now I should add members to my team. Looks like Rebecca and Ken Miles have already accepted the invite. That is why they are part of this organization here, or else they would have still been in the invitation stage. So now I can just click on add here to add Rebecca and Ken Miles to my team. And I can also choose to add new people here by entering their email addresses. So I'll just add a new person here to my team, Emily, and click on invite. So an invitation will be sent to Emily, and once they accept the invite, they'll be added to my team here as well as the organization. So once that is done, I click on create. All right, the team that I've created will be visible here on the left pane. As you can see, the team Zilker Marketing is present here. And now that I've created my team, let me get to the next step, which is creating an inbox. An inbox is nothing but a consolidated view of all the conversations that my team and I are a part of. Since I'm creating a shared inbox, I choose team here. And let me just enter a name for my inbox, which is, let's say I'll give digital marketing. And I can choose to enter a description here, or if I don't want, I can just leave it, skip it here, go to next. And the next step is to choose the channel to bring my emails to this digital marketing inbox. And for the purpose of this demo, I choose to do this via email forwarding. So I just click on the email forwarding here, and I'll enter my source email address here, which is digitalmarketing@zilker.com. So the source email address is nothing but my group email address or the address of my distribution list from which I want all my emails to be directed to this inbox in Zoho TeamInbox. So once I enter the source email address, TeamInbox also gives me the option of entering a username for the alias that is generated. This step is completely optional. I'll just give a username for an example, which is digital marketing. All right, after I give this, there's a typo here. I just click on create inbox. So as you can see, my inbox is created and I'll be able to see it right below my team on the left pane here. And the next step is to associate my sender address. So only when I associate my sender address will I be able to send out emails from this inbox. I choose to set my source address as my sender address. So I just click on set now here. So it asks me to enter a name for my sender address, so which I'll give as marketing. And since my email is hosted on Zoho Mail, I choose others, and the digital marketing at zilker.com. The email address is already given because I've selected my source address as the sender address. And the next step is in choosing or in not choosing a custom SMTP server. For the purpose of this demo, I'll uncheck this option and I'll not use the custom SMTP server. Now I have the option of choosing the inboxes to which my sender address will be accessible. Since I don't want my demo inbox to have my access to the sender address, I'll simply uncheck this option and keep only digital marketing in the checkbox so that I can give access to my sender address to only this inbox. And I click on add. So as you can see, a verification code will be sent to my sender address. I can either enter the code now and verify it or do it later from the settings. So I'll just go to my email client. I have switched on in the new tab. And let me see if I've got something. Yes, I have a verify email address here. I just have to copy the code here. Copy the code here, go to my Zoho TeamInbox, enter the verification code here, and just click on verify. So once that is done, my sender address has been verified. So I just click on save and next here. Now I'll add members to my digital marketing inbox here. So since these people are already part of my organization, they're added here. And suppose, let's say, I don't want Rebecca to be a part of this inbox, or I don't want anyone a part of this inbox. I just have to click on this cross icon. So I just want Rebecca and Ken Miles to be a part of this inbox. So I just leave it as it is and then click on save and next. All right. On this page, I have my email forwarding code and a bunch of other settings that I can do right from here, or I can choose to do it later in the settings page. Now I'll just choose to do only this setting. So what the setting means is, in my inbox, when there's an email that is yet to be assigned, I want the person who makes a reply to the email to be assigned the thread. This will ensure that none of the threads in my inbox is left unchecked. So I enable this option alone for now, and I'll choose to do the other settings later from my inbox. Once that is done, I get back to this part where we have an email forwarding code that is generated by Zoho TeamInbox. And I should add this address as a member to the group email to start receiving emails to this inbox in Zoho TeamInbox. So in order to do that, I'll just copy this code from here and I'll go to my mail account, which we open in another tab. I should be an admin of this account. Just go to my avatar, click on the admin console. It will take me to my admin console page. Just click on groups and I search for my group here, which is digital marketing. My group is visible here. So I click on that group and add click on the add members using email address, and I just copy the code that I have copied from Zoho TeamInbox here, and I click on add. So once I click on that, my email forwarding code is added as a member of this group. All right, from now on, every email that gets received in this inbox will also be received in my Zoho Team inbox there. So once I've tested that all my emails are being received properly in my digital marketing inbox, I can then choose to remove these members who are already there so that they don't receive a duplicate copy of the emails further. All right, so since this is done, I'll go back to my Team Inbox account and click on Save Changes. All right, so this is how you create an inbox, and you have got, looks like I've got a mail where I have to accept the invitation to be a part of the digital marketing group where I added the email forwarding code. So I just click here and my group membership has been confirmed. So yeah, so this is how you create teams and inboxes in Zoho Team Inbox. If you look at the left pane here, all your teams and inboxes will be listed. And if you want to add more inboxes under the Zilker marketing team, they'll be displayed right here below this team. And if you want to create new teams, they'll also be displayed here in the left pane. And I can choose to manage my inbox settings by simply right-clicking on the inbox and clicking on Manage Inbox, where you will find many options like General, Settings, where I can play around with the settings. I can add more members if I want. I can change the roles of the members here, and also I can add multiple sender addresses here. And if I look at the other option, which I can do right from here, if I right click on this and if I click delete inbox, you can also choose to delete your inboxes and teams right from this left pane. All right. Looks like I've received an email. All right. It's an email from Matt, our CEO. So let me just have a read of the email. And he has asked us to draft a promotion plan for our organization's first year anniversary. All right, let me just take up this task myself. So I'll just click on assign here and assign the thread to myself by clicking on assign to me. I'll quickly draft a reply to this email first and then ask my team suggestions. So I go here, I'll just make a reply to this email. Okay, now that I've drafted the reply, I'll just get this reply reviewed by my teammates. So I just click on share draft here and I click on probably, let's say I'll ask Rebecca and Ken Miles to review this draft. So I'll just click on share draft, and I'll also make a comment to notify Ken that I've asked him to review the thread. So I'll just click on Ken and Rebecca. So please review my draft. And also, since it's a promotional campaign, I'll also ask Emily, who's part of the budget team, but who's not part of this inbox. So even then, I can just mention her. I'll just mention Emily, who's not part of this team, but still part of this organization. Please share the budget details with me so I can conduct this promotion, and I'll send it. So we'll just wait for the responses. Until then, I'd like to show you around the interface of Zoho Team Inbox. So, okay, looks like Ken Miles has started editing my draft. So you can see here Ken Miles is editing. Let's wait for the responses. Until then, I'll just show you around the interface. So you would have seen from the email itself that initially the email was there in the unassigned section. So since I've opened the email and assigned the thread to myself, now it is visible in the open section here. It is also visible in the assigned to me section here in the left pane because the thread was assigned to myself. If I had assigned the thread to others in my organization, it will be visible here. And suppose, let's say I go to this thread, and if I choose to archive this thread, it will go to archive after I finish the task. And if I choose to snooze this thread because it is of less priority, or if I don't want to take up this task later, it will go to the snooze section here. And all your snoozed emails will also be visible under this left pane here. If someone has shared a draft with me, it will be visible under the shared with me section. And if I have made a email and if I have not yet sent, it will be visible in the draft section. All right. Looks like I've received a notification here. Let me click on it. It looks like Ken and Emily have commented on my thread. So let me just see what they have commented. All right. So Ken says he has made changes to the content. So let me just see what changes he has made. He has said he has included landing pages. And yes, he has added landing pages here. And Emily has also shared the budget here. So I think my email is good to be sent now. I'll just have a look at it. All right, looks good. There's a budget also attached here. So, okay, looks good to go. I'll just click on send. But before sending, I cannot do any changes to the draft because Ken was previously editing this. So I just click on edit here. And yes, the email is good to be sent now. I'll just click. You can either send it directly or you can choose to select send and archive, which means that after sending this reply, my thread automatically goes to the archive session and I've finished this thread, finished this task. All right. Now that I've got all my group emails in Zoho TeamInbox, you might be wondering where I would access my personal emails. Do I have to go to another application to access my personal emails? Nope. Zoho TeamInbox has got covered that for you as well. So just click on this plus icon here and go to inbox. You'll see something called as personal inbox. So personal inbox is nothing but the platform through which you can bring all your individual emails from your email client right inside Zoho TeamInbox. These are private to you and your team members will not be able to view them unless you choose to share it with them. Only you can access your emails and none of your team members will have access to them. So in this inbox creation tab, I'll just select personal and enter a name for my inbox. Let's say I'll enter my name itself. And I can choose to enter a description, which I'll just skip it for this purpose. I'll just click on next. And I'll just choose to bring my emails through IMAP. And I'll enter my source address here, which is mesh.s at my organization. And I'll enter my incoming server name, which is, and I'll also enter the port number. These details will be available in your client side. So, and also I'll enter the credentials here. And also the password here. So once I enter my details, I have to select the date from when I want to fetch all my personal emails from email client to Zoho TeamInbox. So I just select yesterday's date and I just click on create inbox. All right, so my personal inbox is also created successfully now. And now I should set my sender address. I'll set it the same way like I did for my personal, like I did for my shared inbox. So I just click on set now, and or I'll just skip it for this later because I've already shown you how to do that. And I'll just select to do the settings also later. So I just click on do it later. All right. So my personal inbox is also created. You can see here I have my personal inbox right at the top. And since I decided to bring my emails through IMAP, it will take some time to fetch all my emails from the email client to the inbox in Zoho TeamInbox. So because it takes time, I've already made you inbox here where you can see a personal inbox here where you can see all your personal emails which is being listed here, and you can choose to perform all the actions that I did for the shared inbox. Everything is available in personal inbox also. So feel free to play around with it after creating and let us know if you have any doubts in that. And with that, let me just stop sharing my screen and share it again. All right, so I think my screen is visible. We finally come to the end of the demo. And all right. So I hope you had a good understanding of how you can create inboxes and get started with Zoho TeamInbox. And since all of you have taken the time to attend this webinar, we would like to give you a glimpse into the features that we are developing. And here's our Zoho TeamInbox roadmap. We have got a bunch of interesting features lined up for you. To have your contacts and leads from Zoho CRM and meetings from Zoho Meeting right next to your emails, We are working on extensions with other Zoho apps. Also, you can bring your tasks from Asana and Trello, which are your project management tools, right inside your mailbox. But why only Asana and Trello? You can also connect your Zoho TeamInbox account with a multitude of other applications with our integration with Zapier. And you'd have seen from the demo how Zoho TeamInbox brings all your group emails and personal emails to be accessed from the same platform. With our multi-channel support, you can access all your messages from your instant messaging platforms like Telegram and WhatsApp right inside Zoho TeamInbox. With this, you won't have to switch applications and you can have all your business communications right from one single place. Then, based on user requests, we are also working on an easy and lossless migration of your data from Front to Zoho TeamInbox. This will ensure all your data from Front gets smoothly transitioned to Zoho TeamInbox. And in Zoho TeamInbox, till now, you could have discussions only centered around emails. But now we are developing a feature called as discussions, by which you can instantly start a topic and have a conversation around it. Now, let's say if you want to move a specific email from your personal inbox to a shared inbox, or from one shared inbox to another shared inbox. With this new feature called as Move to Inbox, you'll be able to do that also. So, exciting times ahead for Zoho TeamInbox users. Stay tuned for the upcoming updates and releases.